jobless claims come in lower than expected. That's good. New home sales not quite out yet. We've got services PMI coming out in about 15 minutes here. So that'll be after this was recorded. So you'll have to look at that on your own, I guess. If that comes in good, we'll be having an even greater move on today, on top of having good jobless claims coming through right now. We do have one Fed speaking. Oh, no, they already spoke. Never mind. One Fed already spoke, didn't have an effect. Awesome. So unemployment looking good still. So that soft landing is still in sight, but be wary of it. That can turn on a dime. We do know that part of why jobless claims coming in right now so good is because of the election. There's a lot of campaign spending, lots of jobs created over that. So don't be surprised if in December we see this number significantly increase. So I wouldn't get too lulled into too much of a sense of security based off of the jobless claims going into the presidential election, which will be over in a little over like a week and a half or so from right now. But markets will likely still continue to climb because once we get that clarity, it doesn't matter who wins. Once the event is over, we will likely continue to see continued growth through the end of the year. And then from there, we'll reassess when the new year rings in and what we find there. So first, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin today. Bitcoin did this beautiful bounce here, this nice little tail down here. This thing is great. We came all the way down to $65,000 yesterday, and we are already on our way back up. We've got a bullish engulfing candle coming through right now. As long as we hold above 67.3, so above $67,300 today, we got a bullish engulfing candle off this nice, beautiful, long-wicked candle here that came in yesterday. So that might be the lows. All right, that's pretty good. Like if we look here, we have the exact opposite candle on October 7th. That was followed by a nice dip. If we have this candle followed by a nice rip, that'd be pretty cool. Also, what I'm looking at is this candle here from October 11th. That was the last time we had like a nice long wick on the bottom, followed by a bullish engulfing candle, which had a bull flag come off of it for 2 days, and then we launched. If we were to do a similar sort of thing with how much smaller our candle is here today, unless it is to grow a whole bunch, I would not be surprised to see it come back up to $69,000, $70,000 here in the next couple of days, maybe by next Monday or so. So don't be surprised to see that at all coming out of Bitcoin, especially if so. You see these ribbons here. Let me zoom on in. Let me get this real nice and big. You see this ribbon here. So we got a pink one and a kind of purpley one. The pink yellow is the fast. The green purple is the slow. If the fast one, which is kind of the pink yellow one, if that turns yellow again, that is a reignition of the short-term momentum, which could drive us higher, while the slow momentum is still elevated. So basically the fast one, if it comes down and it starts turning yellow again while the slow is still elevated, then we are going to see further ignition of price upward. So that's what we're looking for on Bitcoin right now. Something like, let me see if I see one back here. Yeah, something like this right here, right exactly here, actually. Right exactly here, yeah. And that was also the last time we had a hammer at the bottom. Well, the one now isn't really a hammer, but we had a hammer at the bottom, nice long wick on the bottom. There you can see that we were pink while the slow was elevated still. I mean, it stayed green, didn't turn purple. Ours is purple right now. So that may be a cause for some concern. But anyways, it turned yellow and we just went higher. Boom, right up to 70 from 65.8 all the way up to 70. That's what we did last time. We were in that sort of situation. So this turns yellow. I would not be surprised to see this purple one start to get smaller and then have it come up to 70. I also bought more Dogecoin. I bought more Dogecoin yesterday. So yesterday, Doge came and hit my number with perfection. I had it at 13.4 cents to double down, not double down, to buy 25% more. And it hit 13.34 cents. So it barely hit my order, and I bought another 25% to my bag. What I'm seeing for Dogecoin right now is right here. This is looking like a bull flag, especially with these dojis right here. The last 2 days, these dojis printing right on top of the 5-day moving average. I like that. I like both of those things. If we go out to like a 3-day, We still have a doji, but we've got room on the 3-day up to the top of the ATR band up to 15 cents, which would be a nice little bump up for me. My average now is like 11.6 cents, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. If we look at the fib clouds up here, just getting into the maroon is 20 cents. Going to the top of the maroon is 22 cents. We're looking for the top of the maroon, hopefully around Christmas time. That's what we're looking for. Hopefully we don't get too big of a sell-off between now and then. That would be uncomfortable for everyone involved, but that's what we're looking for right now. The volume, not the volume, the momentum oscillators here are pointing in the correct direction. We could see the slow or the fast come back down, turn pink for a little while, come back down into like the 50 range here, and then reignite again to the upside. We'll keep our eyes out for that. I'm looking for something like this. Honestly, I'm looking for something like this. Okay, with the momentum oscillator, the ribbons here, the momentum ribbons, I'll call them. You see it came up, got into the overbought territory for a little bit. The slow was real green, real wide, and then the fast one kind of tightened up, came down a little bit, went up a little bit, came down a little bit more into the green, and then reignited, and the green never turned purple, just kept going up higher as the fast oscillator kind of like wavered on its way upward. And that was from bottom to top. That was 89%. Okay, so if we were to do that here from bottom to top, 89% would be from about here where that thing turned green. That's 50. Where we got to so far is 52. What's 89? That would be 18.5 cents. So not quite 22, but pretty close. 18 cents. I'd take 18 cents. I'd be pretty happy with that. I do have an order set for my Doge to sell at, I think it was 27 cents. So I will adjust that if necessary. I'm looking for there to be some kind of blow off top around Christmas time for that Christmas rally. I'm kind of searching for that sort of scenario. If it looks like I'm not going to get it, I'll lower that. But right now my order is set to sell all of my Doge, that's not a lot of Doge. It's just like 5,000 Doge at 27 cents, which would be more than 100% for me. That'd be nice. So basically anything 22 cents and higher is 100% return, and I'll absolutely, honestly, I'd take anything 17 cents and higher if it doesn't look like it's going to go any higher. So we'll reassess at that time, but that's what my current targets are, like 22 to 27 cents is what I'm looking for on Doge. And of course I'm absolutely open to adjusting that lower if it looks like we're not going to get there. Okay, anyways, that's what's going on with Bitcoin. I bought some more Doge. One more thing before I talk about the overall market. Tesla. Ooh, man, Tesla was up 12%. This is beautiful. We're up at 248 right now. Okay, that is a huge gap. That is an island reversal. I don't know if we're going to come all the way back down to 220. We might not come back to 220. If we hold up here above 240-ish, honestly, anywhere above 240, 235, anywhere above that, we hold the next 2 days. It's very likely that we're going right back up to 270, 280, maybe. I don't know if we'll hit 300, but close. You can also see that my momentum ribbons here, both green and yellow, green on yellow. This momentum oscillator is showing that it is curling to the upside. That is all very good. This is very likely going to be an island reversal. So we might look for maybe some kind of dip on smaller time frames. Like maybe if we go into the hourly, we might be looking for it to come back to the 200 at maybe 236, maybe just tap that. But if it hits 236 and bounces, like if it does that anytime in the next 2-3 trading days, I am absolutely looking to go long on Tesla. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Simply what I'm thinking when I look at this chart is that I am bullish on Tesla. And I'm looking for it to come back to the 200 on the hourly, potentially, if I can get that. And then I'm looking for this momentum to reignite higher from there. So that's what we're looking for right now. Okay, look at that. Those are just wide open on the momentum ribbons there. So we're looking for that. We could go as high as 260 today, maybe even more. So if it goes up to 260, honestly, I'd be looking for maybe a pullback to 250 at most before hopping on board. But yeah, we have an island reversal right here. And as long as we don't close this gap in the next couple of days, that's going to be confirmed. So Tesla is on a heater again, and it is going to continue going up. Now, before we keep going, we're going to take a quick station break here. Please like if you're still watching the video. Subscribe if you've been with us a while and haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store. Link in the description as well as the channel bio. We've got some excellent products there. Some brand new hoodies still that I'm still saying they're new. It's been just a couple of weeks. They're still on there, brand new. Hoodies that I just adore. I've got a couple of these. I do like them a lot. Do not sleep on the sticker shop on Redbubble. We've got a couple of awesome, affordable stickers on the Redbubble site there. The link is also in the description as well as the channel bio. Let's get back into it. So, overall market is doing some interesting things. So, we got a big gap up today, right? That might close at some point in the next day or two. I don't know. We'll see. But something very, very important I want everyone to see before I move on or before I say anything about anything else. Let me get out my favorites. A bunch of drawings are probably going to populate. Oh, they didn't. Okay, so this channel right here. Okay, that's an ascending channel. That is broken to the downside. Okay, it has absolutely broken to the downside. We are now in this limbo zone. I'm going to call it a limbo zone. We're in some sort of limbo here. So let me go ahead and draw our limbo zone. It's pretty big. It's pretty wide, but that's where we are right now. Okay, we're in that zone. So we stopped perfectly at this technical level. Why did we stop perfectly at this technical level? Because where we came down to yesterday at 574, what, 52? We're not going to argue about the cents, but it's like 574, 40 to 50, something like that cents. Okay, that was the exact bottom of this ascending channel. Okay, the exact bottom of this ascending channel. Okay. If we went any lower than that, that is bear territory. That's why we bounced there. Okay, we bounced there because we're staying in bull territory technically. Okay, any lower than 574.48, which is right there. If we close any lower than 574.48, let's just call it 574.50. If we close any lower than that, we are in bearish territory because we have undone this entire ascending channel, and it now becomes a descending bearish channel. Okay, that's what happens there at that level at 474.5. And if we were to close down there, then we were opened up to come potentially, not necessarily, but potentially as low as 565. Okay, keep that in mind. Another thing that has me concerned here is if you look at my momentum ribbons, you can see we are constantly making lower highs and lower lows on this thing. Now, we did have this little breakout here that went a bit higher, but then we came even lower as a result. So I'm making lower highs and lower lows on my momentum ribbons. Price came down to a technical level where it was within pennies of becoming a bearish channel. We are currently on the SPY, which is the S&P 500. We are currently now trying to move back up after this massive waterfall since Tuesday, October 22nd. This is the hourly. So this is the hourly chart, not the daily. So since yesterday at close, we came all the way down all day yesterday. We now need to get back up above 584.35 to undo this aggressive descending channel. Okay, we got to get down and above it. And it could fake us out just like we did here on October 17th, right? We had this bearish descending channel. We came all the way to the top and it looked like we were going to break above it, but then we came back into it and then we made a lower high and then a lower low and then a lower high and then a way lower low. If we do not make a higher high, meaning if we do not get above 584.50 in the next couple of days, we can expect a lower low. And if we get a lower low below 574.5, we are now in bear territory on the SPY, and we could potentially go as low as 565. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm not necessarily saying that is 100% going to happen. Obviously, no one can say that. I cannot predict the future, but that is a bit of a concerning change in the SPY right now. Now, this could just be election volatility, and it might shake out. So if we get back above 585 in the next couple of days, nothing to worry about, party on. But if we go below 474.5, I'm going to be a little concerned, a little more cautious about pretty much everything for that, at least as a broader market perspective. Bitcoin may continue to go up. We'll see. Because it's kind of going on the trajectory, I think, with like gold and silver. If you've looked at gold or silver lately, those things are on a tear. We'll take a look specifically at silver. Silver's been the one right now because it needs to catch up to gold. Gold like left it in the dust, and it is trying to catch up to gold. And you can see how silver has just been on an absolute tear since August 7th, right? It's just been tearing up and up and up and up and up and up. made a new recent high. Is that an all-time high? I don't know. Let me go into the monthly. It is not. So we have to, oh yeah, we're in this area right now. We get above $34 on silver. We're opened up all the way up to about $42, $43 on silver. So that's pretty cool. The monthly is looking great here. I bet, okay, I'm going to do a fib right now. I'm going to do a fib, and I bet you that this looks great. Let's see, fib. Oh yeah, it came down almost to the 786. Got underneath the 618, about a little less than halfway to the 786, and then just charged on up. And the next stop is 34, and then potentially 38 from there. So that's not bad. Yeah, silver's looking great. If you want that real gold, that physical metal, not that digital metal, then yeah, silver's looking great right now, and it's still on a tear. Now, will it pull back? I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Will silver pull back? Maybe a small amount. Maybe a small amount. We might see the fast ribbon come back down into like the 60s, 70s, and then curl back up, and then reignite that momentum. We'll see. Let's take a look at how our Bitcoin miners are doing today. They are all up. That is beautiful. Everything is looking good right now. We'll come back tomorrow to talk about technical levels on the Bitcoin miners. That's pretty much all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.